What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19 video. This time, of course, we're here on the PC, and of course it's getting dark on Lakeland Vale by Stevie. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the video. Let's get a corn harvest underway. What do you guys say? I'm down for that. Probably like this field. We'll see. We'll see, but I'm still down. I'm still down. Now, you guys might be wondering, what about that potato mission? Potato mission. It's done. 23, it's done. They've been harvested. Okay, this is not going for some reason. All right. Fire them up. Seems to work better if we just start it up, you know? I'm just saying, the old tri-bind just seems to work better if we fire it up, you know? Any hoozles, that potato mission, you guys want to see it, what I did with it, you guys will have to tune into the podcast that should be out tomorrow. Should be out tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. I'm going to release it at 5 p.m. That way it's following the stream so that people that are watching the stream can just jump right over to it, and it'll be a good time. So 5 p.m. Central tomorrow night. That'd be Tuesday the, what is that, 11th? 11th, yeah. The next episode of Just Plowing will be out. I will tell you, we kind of ramble, so it's great. Kind of ramblage. Anyway, so there's that. We need to get set up with the rest of our stuff. Semi-truck is one of them. Because we're gonna have a lot of corn here. You see, actually, you know what? Should we not? No, we're not gonna use the semi. Horseplay doesn't really like the dual hopper. You see, doesn't like the dual hopper. So we've got another trick up our sleeves over here, right? I think it just so happens to be sitting right here. Right here. Let's go. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll set up a course that'll work for a couple fields for us. Or we'll see how far we get tonight, you know, or tonight. It is tonight for me. 1:30 in the morning tonight. I really need to clean up all this junk. Can't just junk sitting everywhere, you know. 1:30 in the morning tonight. I had a good recliner nap after dinner. We actually didn't have dinner forever tonight. It was kind of weird. We had a water main break in the neighborhood today. And our city started working on it. They turned the water off. Okay, so therefore to me they've started, right? Turned the water off at about 2 to 2:30, somewhere in there. I wasn't home. I was at the farm. Somewhere around 2 to 2:30 they turned the water off. Okay. Yeah, we got home at whatever time. And our neighbor was sitting outside, and we're like, hey, you got any water? And they're like, nope, not yet. We're just like, awesome. They go, yeah, we called the city. Which, you know, not surprised by who the neighbor was, you know, kind of thing. They called the city, and the city flat out told them 9 o'clock at the earliest. So from like 2:15, 2:30... 9 o'clock at night, no water in my house. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal. I know there's people in the world that you know, deal with less, you know, don't have clean water, have to walk for clean water. I understand that, but it's just one of them things, man. When you don't have it, you realize how much you miss it. All of a sudden it hits you in the face how much you actually miss not having, you know, running water. So luckily, like I said, Dad and I were at the farm all day, so it didn't really bother us. Although it was kind of amusing because the like half the day at the farm, I'm like, man, I can't wait to go home and take a shower. It was a really warm day here in St. Louis. High humidity, very uncomfortable, very sticky kind of day. And the whole time, I'm like, most of the day at the farm, I'm just like, I can't wait to go home and take a shower. I just absolutely cannot wait to go home and take a shower. I really want to go home and take a shower. I would like to go home and take a... Did I mention I wanted to come home and take a shower? Okay. Not sure if I mentioned it. I just want to be clear here, you know? Actually, does that field need something else over there? Wait, we've not harvested any of the other fields, have we? No, this is our first field we're harvesting. What am I thinking? I don't know. What I am thinking about, by the way, I was not able to take my shower when I wanted to. Just saying. Not happy about it, but anyway, it's all good. So, comments from last video. You guys, not all of you. I think the charge was started by Carson, which, Carson, you're a troll, bro. As I can hear you giggling right now, because you're a troll. Just saying, we all know it's true. We all know it's true. Carson wants me to do pigs. Like, raise pigs. And of course, a couple other of you guys jumped on the bandwagon with the pigs. Now, maybe Carson wasn't first. Maybe I'm mistaken. But either way, I guess when we get to them, when we get to having animals, I guess they'll be pigs. So that's going to be awesome and awful all at the same time. Awful and awesome all at the same time, right? Just saying. God, it should be fine. I mean, it's been a while since I've had pigs on one of my farms. But it's not like I'm scared. I'm not scared of cat. Like, it's okay. I'll figure it out, you know? It's like I said, it's been a while. But it's all right, you know? This means we need some root crop. We need corn. We need canola. We need to learn how to back up a disc into the shed. Man, there's so many things we need to learn on this farm, right? Backing up is definitely one of those things I need to learn. That turned out all right. Turned out okay. Turned out all right. Turned out all right. Wait a minute. Oh, I can talk about the storm we had last night. We had raging rivers in my backyard. Okay, those of you that aren't from St. Louis, Raging Rivers was a water park. Raging Rivers. It's cool when it's hot. Might have been their slogan. I don't know. I'm just saying. Any hoozles. Definitely their slogan. I don't even know if they're still around. It was a thing like when I was a kid. The like cool kids got to go to Raging Rivers. I never got to go. Mostly because we were poor. Just saying. We didn't get to do fun stuff like that, which, to be honest, I'm okay with. You know, I'm still okay with it that I didn't get to do stuff like that when I was younger. It doesn't, you know. Was I missing out on like getting sunburnt and swimming in pee water from like other random kids? No, I'm not. I wasn't really missing out, was I? You know, if you think about it like that, public pools are disgusting. Was I really missing out on anything? You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finagle. Yes, I am. Okay. Trying to clean some stuff up, you know. So last night, actually, let me back this up a little farther. If you were watching the Saturday stream, okay, if you were watching the Saturday stream, I was like, yeah, we're under a flash flood watch for Saturday night into Sunday morning. I'm like, yeah, but you know, usually when they like schedule stuff or put a watch out like in advance, like they did for several, it was out for like, it came out Saturday afternoon. Like it was out for over 12 hours or about 12 hours, I guess. Yeah, about 10 hours. 10 hours before it started raining, we were under a severe or a flash flood watch. And I was like, that's not going to be anything. Like, it'll be fine. We're going to get some rain. It'll be fine. Not going to be any big deal. Yeah, pretty much like across the St. Louis area, everybody got 3 to 7 inches of rain. You know, some areas got 3, some areas got 7. My buddy Zach that lives in town, you guys know him if you watch streams, he got 4.5 inches of rain at his house. I'm guessing just based on radar that we actually got more here at the house, because I was watching radar like the whole storm. I'm gonna guess that we got a little bit more than he did, but I don't know. Right around the same, we'll just say it's 4.5 inches rain. So let's just round that up to 5 inches. Okay, and if you guys recall, we had 5 inches of rain last week too. Now last week was over like 3 days. That was actually a pretty good rain, but this rain, it was like there was a hurricane outside, y'all. Like, it was intense. The winds weren't terrible. The lightning was out of this world. In fact, I had to like just turn off computers and not worry about like rendering and uploading and stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna not do that because where's that combine at? Oh, he's down there. I was like, I just don't want to like fry computers, so I just turned everything off, unplugged it all that good stuff. But yeah, so we have basements here in Missouri, and when it rains really hard, basements like to flood. I was basically staring out my back door. Most of the time it was shut, but still occasionally I would like peek my head out there with the door open and just watching, going, all right, it's gonna flood our basement. Just here it comes, get ready. Like, I went and got my brother and I was like, just be prepared. Our house is gonna flood tonight. Luckily it held out. We stayed dry. Now there's places in town that didn't fare so well. They didn't fare so well. There were apartments with 3 feet of water in them. They had to evacuate people, you know, when there were boats and stuff. We heard about, I had the scanner on like the whole storm. I stayed up pretty late just listening to scanner because that's what I do, you know. And yeah, there were like flooded roads and cars were getting washed away, and they were like directing people to get out of their cars and get on their roofs of their cars to like save their lives so they didn't drown. It was so bad here, and there were so many calls for help, and I'm talking over a pretty broad, like basically my entire county. There were calls like just scattered everywhere, right? And when I say county, so we have like, I live in the city in the county. We have our own fire department with ambulances. There's county ambulances which cover everywhere in the county. And then for fire departments, you have different fire departments throughout the county. Some of them are paid in the bigger cities in the county, but for the most part, like, you get away from any kind of city, it's all volunteer out there. So it got to the point where a fire truck called for another fire truck for manpower to help, and dispatch literally went, they're all committed to other calls. There's no help. When the firefighters call and ask for more help and there is no more help, that's how you know they have a lot of calls. I need to actually go on like the internets and try to figure out how many calls they had pending, or how many calls they had going at one time in this area. But it was out of this world. It was fascinating to listen to it like on the scanner, and just how many things were going on at once. And then like somebody had the odor of smoke in their basement. That call like waited 45 minutes before they sent a fire truck, because they were all busy rescuing people from floodwater. It was absolutely insane. So I'm very glad that like I was able to hear it, you know, stay up and listen to it and stuff. And I never lost internet. Well, I did lose internet for a second during the storm. Our power flashed here at the house, and our modem and router are not on a battery backup. My PCs are. Modem and router or not. I need to address that situation soon, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Need to get a battery backup for the modem and router is basically what I'm getting at. So yeah, and then yeah, you know, you get a little power flash, it doesn't take down the internet. So yeah, it was wild. It was wild. So with all that rain last night, about 5 inches in town here, 4.5 at, you know, my buddy Zach's house. He lives like I don't know, 10 miles away, maybe something like not, maybe not even 10 miles away. Probably not 10 miles away. A few miles away. So, I mean, it varies. Down at the farm, which is like, I don't know, 15 miles from my house or something. We only had inch and about a half. Little over an inch and a half. So it's like, well, it was a good rain. Don't get me wrong. We needed it. It was starting to get a little on the dry side down there, but I'm okay with that rain compared to, 5 inches again. Especially all at once like it came. It was literally 5 inches of rain, roughly. One place over in St. Louis County had 7 inches of rain in about 3 hours. That's a lot of rain. 7 inches of rain in 3 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot of rain. And so no wonder they had, water rescue after water rescue after water rescue after water rescue happening all at the same time. It was insane. It really was. But with all that rain, humidity was a thing today at the farm. It was miserable down there, especially like the later the day went. Oh, like 4 or 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Oh, they were rough. You weren't standing in front of a fan. You started just dripping sweat. It was just awful. But if you're in front of a fan, it was okay. Like in our shed, but oh, you went outside or went into a building where we don't have fans, because we do have some of those. Oh, kind of rough. It was kind of rough. Actually, Dad made me, didn't make me. We're working on a 3-point hitch attachment harrow bar. That one we bought at auction like 4 years ago now. We're finally painting it and stuff. That's what the sand was for. Yeah, you guys already know about this. That's what the sand was for. Well, after we sandblasted, we primed it, and then we went back. It's in the combine shed, the old combine shed. Went back there today with our Flambeau red. That is a color of paint. Yes, I know, Flambeau red. It's actually orange, and it's a really good orange. Kind of red, kind of orange. I would say it's orange. But they call it Flambeau red. That's what it says on the can. Kid you not. And started painting our disc, or not the disc, but the 3-point hitch harrow bar. So that was good to get that at least first coat on like the top. I didn't flip it over and paint the bottom, so we'll get to it. But the theory is with that paint is really thin and really likes to run, so it's thin coats. many but thin coats, because it loves to run. And then if I had my way, I would probably not touch that harrow bar until like October, if possible. October, September, somewhere in there. Just let it sit and cure. The longer you let spray paint sit, the better. It's gonna cure up a lot better and be a lot nicer and harden up, So if we can kind of let it sit for a while, I'll be happy with it. I don't know if Dad's gonna let it sit that long, but we'll see. We will see, because actually I think we're trying to get that project done. Look at this. I can't even make it up the hill with this JD. Probably need a front weight. That'd probably help. This isn't even a modded wagon. This is like the stock one. I think we're trying to get the harrow project done, and then I think we're gonna start working on snowmen again. Snowmen V2. I'm just saying, so you guys can laugh at my welds again. Just saying. They're not great, but you know what? Haven't had one fail yet, so. Now, granted, I'm not welding that like big structure stuff, What I'm doing is little nothing welds, so. But hey, we have fun with it, and so far they've held up, so. All you'd ask for, right? Yeah, it was miserable down there today. Absolutely miserable. And all I wanted to do was take my shower. Didn't take a shower because no power means, or not no power. We had power. We didn't have water. Because Dad and I were talking on the way home. He's like, Actually, this is a question for you guys. Which one would you rather go without in your house if you had to pick one? I'm only talking for maybe a couple days at most. But like power or water? Power or water? I'm going to say power. Because I could poop in the dark. I just want to be able to flush it, you know? TMI probably. Sorry. But I want to be able to flush. Like, kind of important, you know? I'm just saying, kind of important to be able to flush. So I'm a fan of that. Now, I've gone without power. I've talked about this numerous times, but we had that 2006 winter storm, the ice storm, put half an inch ice on absolutely everything. I think that was like 10 days. No power. Granted, we did have a generator, so we were able to, like, you know, keep our fridge and keep warm in the house and stuff like that, but no power's kind of rough, especially if we have we have an electric hot water heater. So everything in our house is electric. We don't have any gas appliances at all. So yeah, that was kind of fun. You know, cold showers, that's fine. I could still flush that toilet though. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's an underrated thing is being able to flush that toilet. It's pretty great. Not gonna lie. Now, we've had sewer issues before in my house too. And we've had sewer issues where it's like, you know, you can't get somebody out for a couple days kind of thing, which I don't understand that, but I guess, like, you know, I don't understand how that happens, you know. Call a plumber, they should be there, but I forget what the situation was, or we had somebody come out and try, they couldn't get it. So you're gonna love this one, y'all. We're so redneck here. We wanted, you know, stay in our house, okay? Can't use the sewer very much. So basically we reserved like any water that we were gonna use because it was slowly draining. Any water we were gonna use was toilet. And like encourage people not to, or we would leave the house a lot, you know what I'm saying? But for showering, we would just put the stopper in the tub, shower, and then I can't believe I'm admitting this on the internet. Hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, okay? Keep that in mind. We wanted to shower, all right? We had a submersible pump, and we hooked it to not a ratchet strap, but like a regular like tie down strap, you know? And we hung it out the window of our bathroom. When you got done showering, you'd open the window, pull up on the strap. This pump would come up into the house, attached to a garden hose, and you'd pump out your shower water. And yeah, dumped it in my backyard. Don't tell the like city or EPA or something. I'm sure I'd get in trouble from somebody. But you know, you did what you had to do, you know? We could still stay in the house and, like, you know, without having to go like inconvenience people. And the last thing I want to do, and I've had to do it before, is like, you know, go to one of my siblings' house to take a shower. It's just not ideal. I've done it. Not an ideal situation, you know. I'm kind of weird when it comes to that. I just, you know, stay home, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. It was real redneck, and every time we do it, like, this is years ago too. Like, Casey's parents still lived in town, which they haven't lived here for like 8 years now or something. And the one time, a couple times, Casey's dad was like outside, and you're like, "What are y'all doing?" I was like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it, bro." It was pretty funny. Like I said, desperate times call for desperate measures. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. The other thing you have to remember is, like, my mom was kind of handicapped, and not kind of, she's basically handicapped for the last many years of her life, and you couldn't just go to a shot like somebody else's house and shower, if you catch my drift. You know, there were accessories to help shower, like shower chair, that kind of stuff. So it wasn't necessarily like the easiest thing to just like, hey, let's go somewhere else, you know. So we did what we had to do, guys. And that's all I can tell you. Anyway, so as far as farm sim, I think I am going to fast time to daytime, get past the rain that is glooming over our heads, and we'll continue the corn harvest in the next video. I guess I want to save some or all of the corn if we get into pigs. I want to get into animals fairly soon, actually, not gonna lie. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, appreciate it. Don't let my redneck-ness change your opinion of me, swear. It was all Dad's idea anyway. God, Dad, redneck. But hey, it worked great, actually. That little pump we had, there's a story behind that little blue pump. I'll have to tell you guys sometime the story of the little blue pump. Remind me in the comments. I'll tell you guys in the next one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, toodles.